Hey, Amber, it's Brian again. We wanted to shoot another video. I think you touched this on 2 weeks ago on the conference call on Sunday nights, which you have to be on every single night if you want to create a life that you've been dreaming to have. You've got to be on that call because that's Millionaire School. But let's go into that again, because I think this is one of the key points that people have to understand, is that when somebody joins a business like Vemma, they don't join Vemma. See, they join Amber, they join Brian, they join a person, and you've got to be flexible. So you've been in real estate for a long time, and part of being a successful mortgage broker, which you are, you have to be able to change banks, right?
Yeah, you make people change. I mean, they make changes, absolutely.
So let's talk about why you have amberlampe.com and how that brands you versus branding Bank of America or Chase Bank.
Right. Honestly, and it's true for any business. Obviously, it relates to Vemma, and that's why we're on this recording. But it's so important that you realize that people do business with you, and we are in a word of mouth industry. We're in social network marketing, and so it's so important that you do name brand you. Don't name brand Vemma. You don't own Vemma. You're not BK Borrego, right? So you own your own business, and so you need to name brand yourself. And I learned years ago that one of the best business decisions I've ever made in my career was to name brand myself. And I did that, again, for the mortgage industry that you mentioned. And the reason why I bought a domain, which was $20 a year, I bought the domain that forwards to and in that case, it's an application. But I did that so that no matter what happens ever in my life, forever, I own that website, and I will always be able to redirect it wherever I go, so that people will always be able to follow me. And that's what they do. They follow me. They didn't do business with the bank. They did business with me, and it had nothing to do with the bank. And that's no different than in Vemma. People do business with us. They don't necessarily, they're not here just for Vemma. They're here almost always 100% because of you, and they care about you, and they want to do business with you. So. Exactly.
And I'm not flying up to Boone, Iowa to see Vemma.
Yeah.
I'm flying up there to see you and Chuck and your beautiful children and the other leaders we have in the area. And I learned this about 7 years ago as well, and I just use GoDaddy. There's other sites you can use, but, a lot of people know, maybe some don't know, you and I were in a previous company. And I have joined Brian Cook because I want people to join Brian Cook. I don't want them to join Vemma, join Bank of America, join Brian Cook. And that domain used to go to another opportunity website. Now it goes to my Vemma opportunity website, and that's something that I control. But it's I want my name to be rattling in people's brains. Brian Cook, I have chat with Brian. I own Brian P. Cook, the Brian Cook, join Brian Cook, work with Brian Cook. So I want people to go, I'm with Brian Cook. I don't want them to go, I'm with Vemma. Vemma's our vehicle, right? That's our vehicle to success. That's our rocket ship right now. But I want people to be branded to me and know me and be part of me, because we are a movement that is creating this great thing, especially for you and I, us Gen X people. We're creating this movement where we're teaching people how to rewrite their story. So it's important to self-brand who you are. So make sure, if you haven't done that yet, and let's look at it in a professional way too. Let's say you're doing business with Vemma. It's not professional to send somebody over to brianpcook.vemma.com. That does not sound like a professional. And some of these other marketing websites could be, marketing123 such and such ./ blah blah blah. And just imagine if you're on a phone with a prospect, which you should be, and you want them to look at a website, you want to go to amberlampe.com or join amberandchuck.com or join briancook.com instead of blah 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 blah. So that just makes it easier. It's more professional. People look at you as a professional. One thing I would add to it, it's going to stick in their head, Amber, more if you have a .com. I know there's other websites and stuff, but we are trained through the internet. Everything is .com. So yeah, I know .us is cheaper, and .info and .mobi and all that are cheaper, but everybody is trained .com. So it's to the point where they don't have to remember it. They just know it's .com. So even if you have a .us, a lot of times they're still going to, let's say if it was joinamberandchuck.us, they're going to go joinchuckandamber.com, just because that's the way we've been trained. So I would spend
a little bit. And then they'll miss us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
So I would say go .com. Don't go cheap.
Yep.
This is something you can buy. It's 10, 20 bucks a year.
I know, it's crazy.
$1.50
Business
a month.
investment.
Yeah. Exactly. So as a leader on this team, fully expect you to have your name branding. And it's not joinbrianvemma.com. It's fully just us. It's just your name. So
your name, name brand you. I've been, you're name branding you. You are the business professional. You are who they want to do business with. Name brand yourself. Make it short and simple as you can and catchy. But again, it needs to be name branding you, not Vemma. And ours, like you said, ours is Amber and Chuck is what we have for ours, and that's simple. And we have other ones as well, but you're right. That was a simple approach, and that worked because we're husband and wife. He can use it, I can use it. It's perfect.
I can use
it. You can use it.
.com. Awesome. Well, excellent. So, guys, if you haven't done it, go do it, and no excuses. Make it happen. Brand yourself, and thanks for tuning in to Amber and myself, and we will hopefully see you soon.